Onions. They are one of the strangest crops I grow. I've had them survive cold temperatures that would usually make other crops I grow weep bitterly. I've transplanted them, I've pulled them apart, trimmed them back. Even this year, I accidentally did something to one of my onion seedlings that should have killed it, knocked it right out. But onions showed me this year that they have the fighting spirit of an African mother. This was a seedling that broke in half, and look at it a few weeks later. We'll come back to this later. But if you are hoping to grow large onions this season, there are a few things that most gardeners don't realize about onions that can make a huge difference in your harvest. Emphasis on huge. Huge! 3, 2, 1. Welcome again to my channel. I'm happy to have you here. Today I'm sharing 7 of the biggest lessons I've learned growing onions here in Wisconsin. Lesson number 1. If you've ever wondered why someone grows softball-sized onions whilst yours stays small, the answer might start before you even plant a seed. Not all onions are created equal. For me, Walla Walla onions have consistently given me some of the biggest harvests I've ever grown. I garden here in a northern climate in the US. Long day onions are usually your friend because they are bred to take advantage of the long summer daylight hours that we have here in the northern US. Ghana and most African countries don't really have this long day and short day discussion because our daylight doesn't swing as dramatically throughout the year. But up here, choosing the right onion variety can make a huge difference. And when I say huge difference, it is essentially growing this kind of onion that maybe I'd say they are shallots. I wouldn't even call them onions, or this kind of onions. Lesson 2. Onions are tougher than you think. Now, remember that onion seedling I mentioned at the beginning? Charlie, while transplanting, it broke in half. It didn't bend. It didn't get damaged. It broke. This one, I thought to myself, it is finished. But instead of throwing it away, I planted the root section anyway. I was just curious to see what happened. But look at it now. This experience brought to mind why onions are one of my favorite crops to grow. They are resilient. They are forgiving. They are perfect for beginners. If you've killed tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, black-eyed peas, Charlie, you've killed every plant in the world. Try onions. That may be your saving grace. Lesson number 3. Growing from seed is easier than people think. I know some people here starting onions from seed and immediately, Charlie, they become Usain Bolt. But honestly, onions are one of the easiest seedlings I start every year. They germinate well. They transplant well. And a single packet of seeds can give you several dozens of plants. This is maybe the 3rd year that I'm using this pack of onions, and I always come back for more. Lesson number 4. The more leaves, thumbs up, because it means bigger onions. Every healthy green leaf on an onion plant becomes a ring inside the bulb. So if you look at this plant, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single leaf you see translates to one ring of your onions. You see how onions have rings around them. So before your bulbing begins, your goal isn't growing a bulb. Your goal is growing as many leaves as you can. The more healthy leaves your plant produces, the more potential rings it can build and the bigger your onion would be. Lesson 5. Feed them nitrogen. Since you're trying to grow leaves early on, onions appreciate nitrogen while they are actively growing. I love my fish emulsion because it's easy, it's gentle, it's organic, and it gives the plants the boost they need. But here's the important part. When you start seeing bulbs form, so right when it starts you have long daylights, that's when you back off the nitrogen. Because at that point, you want your bulb or your plant to start focusing its energy on building a large bulb instead of continuing to grow leaves. Too much nitrogen late in the season can give you beautiful tops, but disappointing bulbs. Lesson number 6. Onion starts are also fantastic. If you didn't start from seeds, don't worry. Onion starts can produce beautiful onions too. I usually give mine a quick drink of diluted fish emulsion after planting. When transplanting, I keep the roots shallow and avoid burying them too deep. This helps them get established quickly. Now, those are the things I've learned about growing large onions over the years, but this is only part 1. As the season progresses, I'll be documenting these onions all the way through their bulbing, their harvest, what you do even after harvesting them, and how you store them. So if you've ever wondered whether these little seedlings can become giant onions, make sure you're following along and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that this year we are growing our own food. So let's go.